Respect, 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 respect. Respect to Kevin. Respect to Together. Respect to the Ghost Watcher that's 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 in the bushes. Respect, respect. We're gonna continue the conversation that we heard early this afternoon. Plus, I got two more stories for y'all that for us to discuss. Y'all know how I do it. I do 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Me doing it by myself. Yeah, and I open up the panel. So, what did we learn today about scammers, people that take your identity and you go check your credit, you go check your funds, you don't have none. Your credit is shot, not because of your own not because of your own fault, but because of somebody else. How would you like to live a life that way, stealing somebody else's identity? How would you like to live your life stealing for somebody else? You're right, together. They don't care who they hurt. But I guarantee you, if it done to them, they wouldn't do it again. I guarantee you, if somebody found out who did it, if the person they did it to found out that they did it, they'd be in a world of hurt. It pains me to see that our community is getting bull horsewater, led astray by these things. Yeah, it might be somebody for it might be somebody for our own community. Then again, it might be somebody for someone else. But either way, it's hurting our community, especially when our people don't take the time to check their own situation. Thank you, thank you. Together, when they don't take the time out to check their own situation and looking at other people's situation, that means they ain't got nothing going for themselves. They ain't got nothing going for themselves. They get mad because they can't get what the other person got. So they're gonna try to take it from somebody. So they're gonna try to go take it from somebody. Hmm. Because they don't have it. They don't have it. And they don't too doggone lazy to go get it. They're too lazy to go get it themselves. So they had to go take it from somebody else. Always check your credit report. See where your credit stands. Always check your bank statement, your bank account. I don't care, a paper statement or on your phone. See, this is what I would do. Respect it, Jesse. This is what I would do. I would take the paper statement and compare it to the statement that's on my phone. See, do they line up and jive? That's what I would do. I would I would put security on my social security number, my driver license, my bank account. That's what I would do. If I don't have it, it must not meant. If I don't have the money for it, it must not meant for me to have. It must not been meant for me to have if I can't get it on my own. See, they think people is lackadaisical out here with their money. They know people. Some people do not check, but they don't care who they hurt. They don't care who they hurt. But I know together it's just we care who we hurt. We don't want to hurt nobody else to get where we want to get to. It's hard. It's hard out here being in this world. It's even harder when somebody do you wrong. It's hard when the store allows that to happen. How do the store or place that takes card allow that to happen? You trying to tell me that they don't see people messing with the card machine? They might be. I'm saying I'm gonna give them a little benefit of the doubt. Maybe they went to the back. Maybe there's only one person in there. But yet they don't check their machine. You're right. Hey, together. It's just Kevin. You know one thing I found out. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes there is an in on it. But I'm a look at this way right here. If I needed was something, no matter what it is, I look at it, they must need it more better than I did, which I find hard to believe because they needed it better than I did. They go out there and try to earn it. They got need to go out there and try to earn it. See, I'm gonna incorporate with this what we're talking about with this story right here. Listen to this story and tell me how y'all feel about this. Two students suspended. A fighting student who said he would have his KKK family members hang and kill black student in Michigan school. Now they feel entitled, just like this story right here. It was written on December the 5th. Atlanta Black Star reported. Concerned parents of black and biracial students are calling for a Michigan school district to take action to protect their children against racial, verbal, and physical attacks. Over the past month, the urgency has heightened after one of the students not only threatened to, to kill all the black students, but listed them by name. On Friday, November the 10th, according to the parents and students, one student elevated his use of racial slurs and said he was going to have his KKK family member hang and kill all the black students at Maryville Middle School before listing by name those he planned to target. One mother whose child was targeted by the bigotry schoolyard bully revealed that the parent of the student making the threat allegedly arrived at the school armed with a gun. Okay, here we go. While the incident was alarming in a school district where only 2.7% of the population is black, it is sadly wasn't surprising to the woman. According to her, the children of color, including her own, have been grappling with certain challenges for years. It was very scary. I was in tears. Like, do I send him to school? We talked about pulling him out and doing online schooling, going to a different district. It's not fair though. It's where his friends are. He always been in Marysville, said I can't pronounce her last name, who is white with a biracial child, according to WXYZ. I'm tired of my son coming home or getting in my car after school upset because of something that's out of his control, as simple as skin color. For the way he looked, his hair, she said, added that white students have called her son, Devin, kid, the N word almost every day for 2 years. When asked how he feels about being bombarded with the racial epithet for so long, he said he is partly scared, sad, and mad. He also says he feels so powerless and unprotected that he stopped looking towards the school administration to protect him. Okay, let's stop right there. I'm gonna read you why he stopped looking towards the school administration to protect him, to protect them. Here's the reason why. Said he said we used to go down to the principal office, but since that never worked out, we just stopped listening and stopped caring. Devin said. Another student, she didn't want to list her name, said it started with small racial jokes and then remarks, and then it escalated to being called the N word and now the threats. She even know that when she defended herself in a fight against students who made these threats, she was given a 10-day suspension for school. What do your child supposed to do in that situation? It's kind of like somebody stealing your money out of your bank account. Helpless, hopeless. What do they do? What do they turn to? This girl was fighting cause somebody said a racial slur every day, all day long, and she gets suspended for 10 days. Explain that. And she goes on and said she don't feel safe. School's a place where I should be learning, not fearing for my safety, she said. The NAACP stepped in on the young students' behalf, saying the students had been using race as a tool for intimidation for some time, but this is a byproduct or a larger issue. You know what the larger issue is? The parents in the home. What are the parents teaching their children? That goes back to what are we teaching our children? Are we teaching them to be helpless? Are we teaching them how to check their finances? Are we teaching them how to check their credit score, their credit? Are we teaching them that type of way how to do things? It all starts in the home. This is learned behavior. Once you start teaching your child how to do something, it's a learned behavior that they instilled in us when we were little. How can we how can we protect our children? It's just like how can we protect ourselves against scammers and thieves? How do we protect ourselves? How do we protect ourselves? And the school's not doing nothing about it. And guess what? The school's not doing nothing about it. They just want to put out a statement to about they try to find out if a parent brought a gun to school. But they're not talking about what they're gonna do about the kids that doing all the racial slurs. They're not doing that about trying to protect the children, our children, our babies. It's not just going on in Millersville. It's going on in different states. And this Millersville is up north. That is crazy, ain't it? That is crazy. How the world do we protect our children? How do we protect ourselves when we can't see who's stealing our stuff? So think about it. Combine that together. If somebody steal our money out of our bank account and our kids in school is subject to being bullied by a small racist who probably don't know no better, that's two problems in one. That's two problems in one. How do we combat all of that? How do we rise above all of that? How do we sit down with our kids and talk to them? Have a heart to heart with our children about what to do in school when somebody saying racial slurs and all that stuff and threaten to shoot or hang somebody and got a list. How do we teach our children how to keep themselves and their money safe and their credit safe? How do we trust anybody? How do we trust school administration? How we trust the bank? How we trust anybody to be on our side? How do we trust anybody? Better yet, I'm going to shorten the time of opening up the panel. We're going to open up the panel after this commercial break. After the commercial break, we're going to open up the panel. This is to get a product that she's selling. This is her product. This is what she's selling, t-shirts. This is her product that she is selling. Look at it. Ain't them some good looking shirts? Isn't them some good looking shirts? It is a good looking shirt right there. There's some good looking shirts right there. I love them shirts. I love them shirts. Like, there's some good looking shirts. And there's some good looking shirts right there.
Together We Break Chains Production. And these are the shirts that I'm making. So support your girl, you guys. Help your sister out. I'm trying to take this game further. So with that being said, hey, don't forget to hit that like button, that post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yep. She got it. She got it. She is on and popping along with. That's my little sister. That's my little sister together. Go and support her. Go and support her. Hey, together, what she doing, she doing big things. She doing big things. And Commissioner T was doing big things. Them two hard working people right there that get it and they do it right. So go support both of them. Go support both of them. But back to the story at hand. Why do we have to be always the victim? Why we always have to be the villain? Why can't we just be the hero? Why can't we just be ourselves? Why can't our kids just be themselves and be children? Our children should be have to go through this harassment. We shouldn't have to go through all this paperwork and wait to see if we're going to get our money back. We should never have to go through none of that. Never. But we do. Then I got another story right here. I got another story. Hold on, I got another story. Got another story for you. I got another story for you. How would you feel you'll get that you get evicted from your place and where you stay at? How would you feel? How would you feel? How would you feel? This is another story by Atlanta Black Star. This is another story. Tell me how you feel about this. Someone opened fire on a Chicago area family home after they reported criminal activity to police. They were then evicted for calling the cop multiple times. Come on now. You can't make this story up. You cannot make this up. You can't make this up. Listen to the story. An Illinois woman was evicted after she called the police multiple times to report a string of violent activity near her home. Diamond Jones is suing the village of Richter Park, a predominantly black southern suburb of Chicago, after she was kicked out for violating the controversial crime-free housing ordinance, which puts the village in a position to require the landlord to evict a tenant for causing an unreasonably high numbers of calls to the police or other alleged criminal-related activity. The housing expert told the Chicago Sun that the law targets non-white renters and shouldn't be used to drive them out of their community. Jones' lawsuit was filed earlier this month to redeem the harm that she suffered as a direct result of village action and to show that Richter Park crime-free housing ordinance is declared unconstitutional. The document stated it claims that her First and 14th Amendment rights were violated as a result of this matter. Things shifted in June 2022 when a shooting occurred in a village down the street of Jones' residence, per the news release from the Chicago Lawyer Committee for Civil Rights. Jones was at work while her mother was watching her kids. It led the family to call the local police department. However, doing so opened them up to a wave of threats online. Because of this, they contacted law enforcement for a second time. The violence against them escalated 2 days later when a prep opened fire at her home. Her mother heard gunshot and glass breaking and fell to the floor until the incident was over. Once the shooting stopped, she was able to check whether the children was home. The lawsuit said the shooting caused damage throughout Miss Jones' home and bullet holes and fragments spread in multiple rooms, including the girl's bedroom. They reached out to the police again, and following the attack, a patrol car was stationed outside of the home. Jones, who moved into the rental property in 2018, was notified that she violated the CFO and was given a 10-day eviction notice. The note was placed on her door, and according to the lawsuit, it was the first time she heard about the law. Respect, Nate. The Chicago Lawyer Committee for Civil Rights argued that CFOs cause rentals like Jones to be more reluctant to report crime to avoid getting evicted. She said, or they said, I reached out to those who were supposed to protect me and my family, but they let us down. I was ultimately evicted from my home. We had lived there for 4 years as a consequence of these events. I sincerely hope that no one else has to go through what I did. I feel like I lost everything, Jones said in the press release. So what do y'all find out? What do y'all find out? This is a hard story. 3 hard stories in one day. What the hell do you think you're supposed to do? They want crime to go on. This is what you call an inside job. You don't want the people to call the police because you're probably getting paid off by somebody else. You evicted that woman for doing the right thing, reporting a crime. Then she getting threatening messages by email or whatever. Then they coming by and shooting up at her house where her mother and her kids live. But yet you want to kick her out because she called the police 3 times. Evicted from that place where she's been living for 4 years. Make that make sense. Does that make any sense to anybody? Because they don't want the crime to be reported. See, I know why they don't want their crime being reported, because they doing the damn crime their damn self. See, that got me heated. Just like people want to go steal somebody else's money, use a card scanning machine, get the PIN number, and get the card number to use it to put it on another card. Make that make sense right there. Then, not on top of that, our kids gotta watch what they do in school, cause they might get suspended because another student don't like the color of their skin or their hair. They might get in a fight, and they get suspended. Explain that to me. What are What are parents teaching their children? See, I tell you what I would do if I was in them kids' shoes. That person only had one time to call me the N word. That person only had one time to steal from me. And whoever over that community, they got one time to evict me. And they're going to have a damn hard time to evict me because I wouldn't be going nowhere. I wouldn't be going nowhere. You evicted me because I reported a crime that started to happen to me and a shooting down the road in the neighborhood. But you want to report me. You want to kick me out. Why you want to kick me out for? For doing the right thing? Make that make sense. All of them do not make no sense, do it. It don't make no sense. If you feel like hitting the pedal, you can hit the pedal. So it don't make no sense. Neither one of them three make any sense. People in our community, some people around the world don't want to go earn to get what they got, to get something. They don't want to go earn it. What do we teach our children? To be scared of the people, of the bully? No, 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 no. We don't teach them that. We're not going to teach them to be scared. We're going to teach them how to stand up for themselves, how to fear for themselves. So, school administration is not doing nothing to help them children. And then the last one, why you want them to not to call the police so many times? Why? Why is that? Are you is the CFO some way involved in that situation? Are they involved in that situation? The panel is open right now. Because I look at it like this. My heart goes out to that woman in Chicago that got evicted for doing the right thing, but trying to protect her children and her mother. My heart goes out to them biracial and melanated black children had to go to that school. They go to these schools, had to put up with the bully and the racial slur that they hear when they get in that school building. Especially serious as foolish to hit, man. My prayers and thoughts goes out to the ones that has been victim of theft, thievery out of their bank account. My prayers and heart goes out to them. Like I said, if you want to come on the platform, we could chop it up and talk about it. How do we remember that situation about scam artists, thieves, put a lock on your card? Like you just said, a credit card are totally different. Cause it's borrowed money and the bank gonna get their money back, but they're gonna be slow as heck trying to get your money back. See, that could have been my child in that school. I've been at there raising, you know what, in that school, cause they ain't protect them. They would have to call the police to get me out of that school, cause y'all ain't doing nothing to protect my child. If I had to come sit in the parking lot every day, or go sit in the class with my child, I will do that. Protect my child. See, give it up for Miss Johnson. She called the police like she's supposed to. She protected her mother and her child. But them people in that suburb neighborhood don't want you to call the police but so many times. Who are they protecting? Who are they protecting? It's a sad. This world again is sad and going to you know what. They are going to you know what. This place, this world is going to double hockey sticks. It's going down the toilet. We got to explain to our children about credit, about protecting their credit. We got to teach our children how to try to protect their identity. We got to talk to our children about different things that goes on in this world. How do we do it? How do we do it? Got to sit down and have this heart to heart talk with our children. You got to be truthful about it. And you got to be straightforward with it. That's what we got to do. Oh, I already know it's just E. I already know we already there. But we got to protect ourselves. You got to love yourself. You got to love your family, especially your children. See, no reason some of these kids are growing up, acting grown because they're growing up too fast. They're growing up too fast. How do we combat all of this? Learning, reading, researching, and turn around and teach it to our children. Yeah, you're right, Sylvia. We got to. But sometimes, I'm tell you this right here. Sometimes in this case, Maryville, when another student says his KK family going to do this and do this to black children and biracial children, and a parent brings a gun to school, allegedly brings a gun to school, and the principal and the assistant principal and the superintendent is not doing a damn thing about it, who do you turn to? Who do you turn to? I'm not gonna keep y'all long. I'm not gonna keep y'all long. About 18 more minutes. Unless somebody want to come on here and speak on what we're talking about. But I tell you, all three of them go together. Because all three of them, we got to talk to our children about them. We got to learn. We got to sit down and have that talk with our children, girl or boy. Because I know I would do the same thing the other girl did. I was trying to knock that boy out. But yeah, they worry about the yeah. You're supposed to worry about a parent bringing a gun to school allegedly. But what about the students? What about the kid, that child that called another child a racial slur and said they gonna get the KK family and got their names of one that he's targeting. Explain that action. Explain that action. Explain that action. That you can't explain the action. The action is unexplainable. Just like the action of the CFO gave this woman 10-day notice to evict the property for doing the right thing. for doing the right thing. Make that make sense. Do that make any sense to anybody? If that make any sense to anybody in the chat, put a one in the chat if that make any sense. To get evicted for calling the police too many times. Make that make sense. Do it make any sense to anybody? It don't make no sense to me. We're gonna hit these subjects tomorrow night, that Friday afternoon. I know it don't make no sense. I remember the time our parents had to sit down and tell us what's going on. We always knew what was going on, but now these days we got to sit down with our children and teach them what's going on. Yeah, you gotta have. Yeah, somebody put away in that case serious, somebody head gonna roll. Cause they wouldn't like what I had to say at a school board meeting. And you gotta be more than one family standing up. More than two, more than three standing up. Put pressure on them to stand up for what's right. See, for a person had to put pressure on another person to do what's right. They're not doing it right. Try to do right because they thought that wrong. They had to step in. They doing it because somebody pressured them into try to do the right thing. When somebody had to coerce you, talk you into doing something that is right, what do? It shouldn't be that hard. That shouldn't be that hard to look at your credit. It's not that hard to uh, check so who don't steal your identity. Check your bank account. See, all these stories fit together because none of them hard. None of them hard at all. How did we go by and look at another person in the face? Some people go look at a person in the face and just lie to them. See, not only you got to watch the lighter skin tone, you got to watch the darker skin tone that same skin tone as you. Same skin tone as you. But I'm about to get out of here. This line wasn't meant to be this long. But I'm gonna revisit all of this later on in this week. Either Thursday, Friday, sometime Friday morning, Friday afternoon. I will pick this back up. Like I always say, love and respect yourself. Because if you love and respect yourself, you will see through the BS. You can see through the BS. Oops. Oh, you made it just in time, didn't you? Unmute.
Oop. Did I?
I heard you.
I just wanted to step up real quick. I'm on muscle relaxers, so
You on what?
muscle relaxer. I injured my back at the gym.
You know better try to go lift for that big fat man. That big fat one try to do some squats. You know better than that. You
Okay.
know better.
Okay. I already tried. I was like, let me just go up here really quickly.
How you feeling though?
I'm feeling almost no pain, but it's making me sleepy. It's making me sleepy.
Yeah, but uh uh don't get hooked on them too much.
Oh
Don't
no, no,
get hooked.
no.
Okay, I'm just checking. I'm just checking. All
No.
right, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm finna mute and let you go ahead and talk.
Oh
See,
no. I wanted to ask you because maybe I missed it. Maybe I came in late. What's the one that you were talking about? The person who got evicted?
yeah, that was the last story I read. She got evicted. This happened in Chicago. Cause she reported crime.
What?
Then she called because they were threatening online. She called the cops again. Then they came drive by her house and shot up the house with her mother and kids in the house. So they gave her 10 days to evict the house in that neighborhood.
Because she called the police or because the people retaliated
Cause she called the police.
and the people retaliated?
Mm. Because she called the police were retaliated. She called the police. It was a gun. It was a gunfire, and she called the police and reported. Then the people got mad that she reported. They started sending messages, whatever. I don't know if it was on email, whatever. She called the cop, threatened email, so she called the cops again.
Wow.
Then and then after that, they came to shut up the house with her mother and her two daughters in the house.
Wow. So, wow. And then she got an eviction.
Yep, for calling the cops too many times.
I don't know Chicago or Illinois law, but shouldn't she be able to sue?
Oh, she is. I think it's the 14th and hold on. I still got this story up. Hold on. It's the 14th and hold on. Let me make sure I get it right. Atlanta Black Star reported this. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna see the First and the 14th Amendment.
Okay.
Yeah, and it says someone opened fire on a Chicago area family home after they reported criminal activity to police. Well, you want to live by somebody like that report criminal activity?
That reports it? Yeah.
Yeah. See, my thinking is, how long? See, and then on top of that, that is illegal what they doing. See, you threaten to evict somebody for reporting it to the police, and anything goes on in that neighborhood, they can't. They scared to get evicted, so that's why the police they're gonna get assaulted in that neighborhood.
But
See,
I don't
that
know
may go
who's
ahead.
the owners and why would they be upset with somebody reporting
I
the
don't know.
illegality?
I don't know. And I'm gonna stay on. I'm gonna stay on top of it and see what develops of this too. Cause one, it's illegal to try to evict somebody for calling the police so many times when they try to keep their neighborhood safe and she got kids.
Correct.
And two, that couldn't been me. You gonna evict me? Okay. But one, you can't evict me. You can't give me 10 days to get out. You gotta go to court to give me a amount of time to give me at least 30 days to get out.
Right.
And
That,
then on top of that, when I get to court, I'm telling the judge the real reason why you trying to evict me. And
right.
you know the judge gonna look at them folks like they're crazy, don't
Yeah. Because they have to have put a reason for the eviction if she wasn't making, no late payments, no, no harassment or she's not causing any trouble. What was the reason for the eviction? You can't. Well, again, I don't know Illinois law, but I don't think you can get away with that in California.
You can't get away with that nowhere. Hey, think about it. Just, just about every city in this United States got a neighborhood watch.
Right.
They don't have no neighborhood. See, you know what that made me think about? Think about that right here. Whoever runs that village, that suburb, whatever, CFO, whoever the hell it is, they behind all this stuff.
They gotta be. That's why I was like, how did she get in trouble? Is they a part of the little gang? How she get evicted for calling? That don't even sound. That sounds backwards.
It do sound backwards, but I'm gonna hold on. See if that's stay right there. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna read you the story. Okay. She called police multiple times to report a string of violent activity near her home. Diamond Jones is suing the village of Victor Park, is a predominantly black southern suburb of Chicago after she was kicked out for violating the controversial crime-free housing ordinance.
Crime-free housing ordinance. Okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Think about that word. Think about the word. Crime-free.
Exactly. That's why I'm like, what? Okay. Crime-free.
Okay. Which puts the village in a position to require the landlord to evict a tenant for causing any unreasonably high number of calls to the police or other alleged criminal related activity.
What?
Wait a minute.
So that prevents them from calling, they deem that unnecessary or too much calling about crime.
Yeah. But listen to the second part of it though. Other alleged criminal related activity.
Right.
Wait a minute. So you're gonna evict somebody for calling the police too many times, but while crime's still going on in that suburb.
Yeah, that's
Wait a
what
minute.
that's I believe what Sirius is saying. Sirius, did you see her comment?
Mm-hmm.
It might be more to the story.
Yeah, you gotta be. And the housing expert told the Chicago Sun-Times that the law targets non-white renters and should be used to drive them out of their community.
Something. See?
See, and think about it. Only way a black person gets driven out of a house, evicted from a house, is what? I hate to say it.
What, discrimination?
There you go. Notice non-white. But how many whites have been evicted for doing the same thing?
I I haven't heard anything.
You know what I'm saying? And then it said Jones' lawsuit was filed earlier this month to remedy the harm that she suffered as a direct result of the village action. First and 14th. See, she was at work while her mother was watching her kids.
Mm-hmm.
It led the family to call the local police department. However, doing so opened them up to a wave of threats online. Because of this, they contacted law enforcement for a second time. The violence against them escalated 2 days later when a prep opened fire at her home. That happens. That happens.
I mean, I understand that part, but I just don't understand the eviction notice and what was stated on the eviction notice where she had to vacate in 10 days.
In 10 days. But the thing is, I know somebody will come put an eviction notice on your door. I
Yeah.
know. I know. I'll tell you what. They don't do it during the daytime. They do it at nighttime. That's something else, ain't it?
Yeah. Something else is
Why?
going on. Now I can see if she haven't been paying, she's,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that was just an excuse to get her out because they wanted her out. I don't know, but it's not. It's uh,
But you know what though? Yeah, her story don't make sense, but they policy don't make sense either.
no.
So, but I can understand. You living in a neighborhood, you report a crime that going on in your neighborhood. I can understand retaliation against you.
Right.
See, I can understand that part. But why is she getting evicted? Getting 10 days notice? 10 days notice to evict?
Exactly.
Nah, you supposed to get at least 30 days, or go to court and find out how many days they gonna give. The court gonna give you to evict to get out of there. But they do have a lawyer behind them though, so there's some substance to that story somewhere in there.
Yeah. They must wanted that apartment for some reason. They probably wanted to raise the rent or something. Maybe she was on some type of assistance for what do you call that? Rent control or something like that. I don't.
Hmm.
Maybe they wanted to. You know, maybe they want that apartment
Hmm.
to
For
rent.
something else, yeah. For either somebody for to pay a higher rent
Yeah,
or for some illegal activity.
something.
Yeah, got to be something. But I'm gonna stay on top of this. What do you think about in Mansville? I've got it's somewhere up north. Kids had to go to school where they've been called racial name, the N word, and the child saying that he gonna get his KKK family gonna kill them, and he got a list of names, which is his targets.
Right. I got. It's going on for like 2 years, right?
Huh?
I think you said it's been going on for 2 years. The racial slurs and the little biracial
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, coming. I've been called racial slurs. Some of us been called racial slurs. I'm like, you put your hands, I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah. And get what they did to the girl that did get in a fight. She probably whooped that kid butt. She got
Yeah,
suspended for 10 days.
and that's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna punish you for getting punished for standing up for yourself. I'm not gonna punish you.
Yeah. And and then the superintendent, the principal, and the assistant principal, I think somebody else, they investigating the alleged parent bringing a gun to school. Now, the white parent,
Bring a gun to school for the kid?
yeah, allegedly having a gun at school, I guess coming and picking up the child. They're going to investigate that, but they ain't going to do nothing about the kids doing all what they, racial service, whatever. And they said, hey, they went to the principal, they did what they supposed to do. Guess what? They ain't do nothing.
Exactly. So then you gotta do what you gotta do. We had uh, at my high school, we had a race fight.
Mm-hmm.
Blacks against whites, where all the blacks against all the whites. So back then we rallied together. I don't know about these kids these days. You know,
Yep.
sometimes you just got, you got to stand
Okay.
for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll cut you off.
Oh no, I said sometimes you just got to stand up for yourselves. But we live in a different time, a different era, and violence is not always the answer. But sometimes you gotta, when people come up against you or bullies come up against you, sometimes you gotta, see what's what.
No, I hate bullies. I
You
hate
know,
bullies. I'm tell you why I said that. Silverback King, you late. You're you late for your therapy section.
hey, Silverback.
See, I'll tell you what happened to me. Majority of my school I went to was majority white. Right? And it was a good school. I ain't complaining about it. Some good teachers there. They big defensive linemen. We in the gym. I ain't gotta say he was Caucasian. Okay. He kept saying something, kept saying something. I just ignored him. Till he hit me in the back with a basketball.
Exactly.
When he hit me in the back with that basketball, he didn't know what hit him.
Exactly.
He didn't know what hit him. And he was bigger than I was. Then
That'll
another Caucasian kid, he got mad at something and mad at me for something. I really didn't care what he got mad at me anyway. He hit me in the back with the basketball. Don't you know everybody in the gym like their mouth dropped and you can see the special face that oops, he done effed up.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
You
different.
don't
Your hands when you put your hands on somebody, it's different.
hmm see like I said, we the only community got to talk to our children before they walk out that door. It's sad though.
It is.
We the only community that got see some of us I know together, I know Silverback, I know myself, I know Nate, I know Armando, the other people that join me over here got a good head on their shoulders. That gonna teach our kids about protecting your credit, your identity.
Mm-hmm.
Teach about money, how to manage their money,
Mm-hmm.
and about what you expect them to do on the outside. I'm like, okay, let them call you what you want, call you what they want to call you, right?
Right.
If they don't put their hands on you, okay. But I'm taking like this. If you get sick and tired of them saying them things to you, do what you got to do.
Yeah, you gotta at some point you gotta do what you gotta do. That's why it's sad that these kids are, I hate to say that they soft, but a lot of them are soft and they take that, just these words. I know it's a derogatory word. I'm not gonna say it's not a derogatory word. Nobody wants to be called a nigger or a nigga or any
Hmm.
other slur that they say. But at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. As long as they're not putting their hands on you. Now, the time when they put their hands on you, then you gotta make sure you punish them.
Hmm. You
Make
got to
sure
make sure.
they get more. And then
Yeah,
the work, I mean, you just gotta come back with, you gotta come back with words that's gonna hurt them.
yeah. And I look like this right here. We're not condoning fighting. We're
No,
not condoning fighting.
but defend
But
yourself.
the thing is that sooner or later, people gonna get sick and tired of being sick and tired. They
Exactly.
got they got 2 years or more been on held it in that long. What do you think gonna happen?
sometimes these kids, that's how they end up with guns and coming to the guns and coming to the school and shooting when it ain't even that serious.
See, and you know the funny part about it is all these school shootings.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't even our kids from our community. They're not
Right.
our skin tone.
Right.
So you worry about the parent bringing a gun to school, but you're not worried about this kid got a list of kids he want to do harm to.
Right.
So what are you gonna do? What you gonna do, principal? What you gonna do, superintendent?
Right.
What you gonna do about it? See, I figure like this. If my child was in that school, if something happened to my child in that school, you know who I'm coming after, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going after the child parent. I'm going after the principal, assistant principal. I give the superintendent a little benefit of doubt. A little benefit of doubt. You know what I'm saying? He might not know the whole story. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I give him a little benefit of doubt. But them two principal, but the principal and assistant principal and any other teacher, they're gonna have a piece of my mind. They're gonna have to call police on me.
And see, I'm gonna go after the district.
Oh, believe me, they're gonna be next. Especially if I find out that the school board and the superintendent knew about it. Shoot, hey, you think New Orleans got hit by Hurricane Katrina bad? Oh boy.
Right.
So there's a whole lot of stuff we got to teach our kids. We tell them, and they wonder why some of our people in our community don't talk to the police.
Silverback said, "I'm getting everybody."
That before you drink or after you drink? I got a question, Silverback. Is that before you lay on my couch for therapy or after? You know how to you already know how to mess with him.
Okay.
They got me.
He said, "No drink, eat it."
What about you're gonna have a therapy session before you get there. You can't skip therapy. Hey, look, you can't skip therapy session.
Okay, you cannot. We need our community. We need therapy.
Because our kid, we got children that growing up without a mother, growing up without a father. Boy, hey, I know you feeling good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. But what exercise to get our top a little bit? What was you doing?
He had me doing hyper extensions on the extension machine, but he had me doing it with a 45-pound plate.
Wait a minute. Is he crazy?
No, he knows I like to compete. I like to challenge myself, and it just went a little bit. It didn't hurt when I was doing it, but
It's always the after effect.
Yes.
You know we're not young no more, don't you?
Yes. But I like a challenge sometimes, but I gotta learn to say no.
Yeah. And your body just said, hey, they gave you a wake up call, didn't it?
Yes. It gave me a rude wake up call. My whole lower back is on fire.
I know it is. I know it is.
Yes, with a 45 plate. Because I did well the last time we did the hyperextension, I did good with the 35 plate. No problem, no pain. So he's like, let's try the 45. So I'm like, okay. And
you just like, okay, I do it.
Yep. Yep.
You did with the 35,
35
feeling
hours.
good,
Yep.
feeling good, no pain, no nothing. So you hit
No.
that 45, it's over with.
Yep. Switched to a 45 plate and it was yikes. Yeah. But I didn't
Hold
feel
up,
it.
hold up, a minute. Hold up for a minute. E.
Okay.
Silverback still didn't answer that question. You notice that, don't
I find-
you? You still didn't answer that question, Silverback. You going to, you come to therapy before you go there, or after you get through at that school? Which one? But I tell you, I'd rather you come to therapy before you go. Then come back to therapy after you come back. Well, then again, I had to come see you when you locked up too, because I already know.
okay, you'll be in jail.
Uh-huh. Cause I know what Silverback going with that right there with, cause any parent, I don't care who you are, that school board, the schools, and everybody that's gonna get a piece of your mind. And if they try to come and shut you up, guess what? They might get hit or slapped.
He said, I'm proud to see you afterwards.
Nah, you gonna have to come see me before you get there. But we see a whole lot of things. We gotta talk to our kids about credit, uh, identity theft, how to budget money,
Mm-hmm.
how to count money,
Mm-hmm.
teach them about the checkbook.
And how to save money for your retirement.
Yep. You got to teach them about these. Some kid gonna call you racial slurs in school, no matter what, and how to handle it. Look here. If I had a child, I would say you got two ways to handle it. Let the first two or three times go, like the first 2 days or 3 days, and you tired of it going like that,
Yep.
you just gonna have to go whoop this he or she. You know what?
You gotta call bluff. See,
Mm-hmm.
see what's what.
Cause majority of the time when they saying all of that, they ain't not getting attention at the house, and this is called where they get attention. Like I said earlier, what these kids do and what we do is learn behavior.
Mm-hmm.
So
Somebody saying it in their house, or they around somebody who indulging in it.
mm-hmm. You right about that.
Patience.
You gotta be patient. You gotta be patient. You gotta be very patient. That's why I say you gotta have an open dialogue with your children.
At all times.
And nowadays you can't even lie to your kids now because they sure gonna go look it up. That's sad, ain't it?
Yeah, they'll Google everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, Google don't tell you everything. Because sometimes you gotta go to the library and read. They still got those libraries, don't
Yeah, for now.
they? Yeah, for now. But I'm starting to get sleepy. I feel like you starting to get sleepy too, ain't you?
Mm-hmm. I'm laid on my side right now.
That ain't your sleep side either.
No, not yet.
See, you like, how do I did he know that? No reason I know that because I got my non-sleep side where I can stay awake, and the sleep side when I really ready to go to sleep. Everybody got it.
Yeah, I go to sleep on my back.
Oh Lord, if I'm on my right side, I'm good. But I get on my left side, it's over.
Mm-mm. I get my back over.
It's over. I don't know what. I guess everybody got a different ways of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
That that's another subject. That's another subject. Cause I think tomorrow and Friday, it's gonna be fun day. I'm trying to find some lighthearted story Oh, did you hear the story I told? Yes. What was it? Last night
Which
about
story?
this about the cop in, this lady cop in Pasadena.
The lady cop?
Yeah.
I think I remember that one in Pasadena. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now
The one
that's a few. Yeah. Yeah.
she I know what you're talking.
I know. Yeah. I'm like, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you in California. Something wrong.
I'm not in Southern California though.
Huh?
I'm not in Southern California. I think that's together. Is in
Yeah.
Southern.
But that. But she did. She did what her state training taught her. Try to de-escalate, and they want to
Right.
shun her.
I remember talking about that.
Them that's why some good cops won't come out and say nothing because they feel like they're gonna get retaliated against.
They will get retaliated against sometimes because they going against, they fellow officers.
Hmm. But I think I think Pennsylvania police or sheriff department kind of really screwed up this one. And guess what color the chief is?
Let me guess. Is he white?
Yeah. Look at your skin. Look at your skin tone.
The chief is black?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what I? Yeah, I'm serious.
Mm,
And she
maybe
would follow.
white and only,
Yeah,
huh?
uh and 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 you know how every job every business got a policy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Rashad Richie, I watch it. Oh, I watch him, but I go read the article too. This do make sense. It don't matter if a place got a policy, but get a culture eat policy a lot any day.
Who?
Uh, culture
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
it eats policy a lot because they so used to doing the same thing over and over again. Nobody stepped over and challenge it.
That's I can agree. I can attest to that because I work in HR. Culture does beat out policy most times.
Hmm. Especially if it comes to uh, uh, if they want it in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
That way, don't you know? Judges don't even believe police reports no more.
They don't believe police reports?
Mm. They're not even don't even allow police report in courtrooms no more.
Oh, okay.
Cause you know how many police report somebody don't lied on them.
I can imagine. So
And
what do they if they're not if you can't bring court reports or police reports into evidence?
cause just think if a defendant goes to trial and a police report is read from a police officer and it is used to convict him, he
Mm-hmm.
get convicted, and then all of a sudden come to find out the police officer that wrote that police report fabricated everything, and what he read in the report was true.
Right.
You,
So
you looking at a lawsuit.
right. So what do they use? So do they make the police officer take the stand and say
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah, yep,
That's
yep,
actually pretty good.
yeah. Because it's kind of sad to say, but how many people have been falsely accused of something and sent to jail,
I mean,
sent to
the
prison?
jailhouse is full of them
Hmm.
people.
Those I said people.
Mm-hmm.
Cause there's some white, Hispanic, and all different types of race, nationality, ethnic group is locked up. But
Absolutely.
but
Not just
yeah,
black folks and brown folks. Everybody. That's big business. The jail system is on the stock market.
oh yeah, modern day slavery.
Yep.
But we finna get out of here, and I don't know if I'm going live tomorrow morning. It depends what time I get up. But I still gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. But all depends what time I get up and what time I get off tomorrow. What time I get here. I got here a little late, but that's okay. I brought a little least of content some for somebody to think about.
Absolutely.
Your final thought before you drift off to sleep, because I could tell you about to drift off. No,
I,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you how I can tell now. Tell you about to drift off. Cause usually you don't do five 5 to 10 words answers or
good with
statement.
just with your discernment, sir. I, I've only been up here 3. How you know?
Look here. I told him good at decipher people's and I pretty much how many times have you last 2 times you been up here you use more than 10 words.
Okay. I will take your word for it. But
don't
yeah.
forget I don't forget I got the video.
Oh yeah, you do. You got me on video. You got me on.
You got we keep receipts over here.
Oh, that's right.
But any final words, any final thoughts, any shout outs that you want to give?
No, just shout out to the chat. And like always, I appreciate you, DJ, for bringing the content, bringing content that we learn from, have communication, have discussions about.
Yep. And like I said, that last we're still gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking about too, don't you?
I think I know what you're talking about.
Now let's see about the alphabet community.
Oh, that was supposed to be tonight, right?
No, that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. Okay.
hmm Well, tonight, which is Thursday night. You see what Sylvia said?
D True keeps records. I see video, feeds.
Sylvia, you got a theft reception tomorrow night, and you better not be late, cause you the main one wanted to go down this rabbit hole.
Don't be late.
He gonna be late. Hey, look here. We look here. You know we'll be on CT,
Okay.
CPT.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to be on CPT, cause I don't like. I really don't feel. I don't like y'all to be waiting. You see what I'm saying? I don't like people to be waiting. That's why I started. When I had 12:45, oh man, I can go ahead and start early.
Okay. Much.
You be hold on. I gotta ask you a question. You gonna be here? Or you gonna be in the chat? Or you gonna be on the panel? I'm not the only one want to know this too. I think it's just he want to know this too.
Yes, Mr. King, Silverback. Where will you be? He quiet. He's
Cat got your tongue? We waited. Now he
Your,
try to play sleep. Now he try to play sleep.
your keyboard broken, sir? Okay.
Oh, okay. It took you that long to say on panel? Hey, sit back. Come on over here. It's time for your therapy session. I was going to go. But it's time for your therapy. You ain't had your therapy session yet. Come on. I was about to go, E. See, he take too long.
Me?
What you got to... No, I'm talking about him.
Oh. He said he
How
gonna
much... Yeah, he just said he's going to be on the panel.
he said as long as the alphabet folks don't get me.
They ain't going to get you. Freedom of speech. We just state our opinion. That's all we're going to do.
This is for educational, informational purposes only.
It's our opinion. If they don't like it, oh well. But just bring your hard hat. No, well, forget a hard hat. You got to bring a helmet for this one. A helmet, your gloves, your shovel,
Your boot.
your boots, and your lunch pail. Don't bring your dress clothes because this ain't gonna be good for you. It ain't gonna be good for you because we're gonna make light of it, but we're gonna have some fun, but we're gonna make serious.
All right, I'll be waiting.
And I'm gonna see how long it's gonna take him to get up here tomorrow later today. Oh, he probably laying down anyway. Yeah, for everybody here at 20 East, Truth Nation, Woodpack Nation, Now River, State Gang, Elevation Squad, respect to all of y'all. Like I always say, love and respect yourself. Because if you love and respect yourself, you just see through a whole lot of BS, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
I love me some me. Who can love you better than yourself? That was a question. That's a question.
That was a question. I'll tell you to sleep.
Okay. I'm gonna let
I'm off right now. I'm off.
Yeah, you are off. Cause you usually be right on it.
I know I'm off right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
Yeah. Nobody's gonna see. Yeah, I said nobody's gonna see it. Yes, they will. That if they last this long. I understand. We went 4 hours the other night.
He said she late. I am. I'm on muscle relaxer. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
I know he ain't talking. Hey, look. She late responding. Okay. I look at. Yeah, at least you up here responding. You was just late. You was just late for therapy section all the way around. What did he say? I thought he said so smart.
He said she usually on point. I'm on muscle relaxers. I apologize. April said I'm on the panel. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
But I will tomorrow night. Tomorrow night it's gonna be a longer panel because I am off the next 2 days. So it's gonna be a longer section, and we're gonna put away. We're going deep in that rabbit hole tomorrow because where I went off the other day, where I went out the other day, it was crash shame. But we think that's so. Just wait. But before I go, I got 2 commercials I gotta play. Then I'm gonna play my outro for a long. See which one I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this one first. Yeah, you see the good stuff that Together be making right here. Look at them t-shirts. Look at them t-shirts. I like that one shirt that says the kings are born, not made. Yep. Let's give a shout out to Sister Together. We break production. That's her stuff right there. Yep.
Y'all, it's your girl Together We Break Chains Production, and these are the shirts that I'm making. So support your girl, you guys. Help your sister out. I'm trying to take this game further. So with that being said, hey, don't forget to hit that like button, that post notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
One more. You ain't sleep yet, dog. You ain't sleep yet.
Not yet.
Huh?
Not
What
yet.
you say? Not yet. But shout out to Together and the Commissioner team. Them are some beautiful work they be doing, isn't it?
Yes. I'm gonna get a t-shirt for sure.
Which one?
I told you I like the one that don't try me, try Jesus.
Oh. Yeah. But yeah, hey. Go look at the channel. I got some more stuff that I'll show the dominoes and I show the other kind of stuff, the t-shirts, the hat, and she do make other stuff too. Together does,
Okay.
and you see what the commission art team does.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm gonna try to do is have a kind of like a arts and crafts show.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to do. So I'm trying. I ain't told Together yet, but I had talked to the commission art team, and they pretty much down with it, and got some ideas, and I'm gonna bounce some ideas off of her and see. And I am gonna have an all woman panel, all women panel.
Okay. I'm interested in that one.
I know. I'm gonna be here, but I'm not gonna be here. It can be an all woman panel. I'm not going to be on the panel.
Where the questions gonna come from then?
I'm just gonna top it up there, and all I'm gonna do is be behind the control. And the question pops up, I'm gonna put it on the screen.
Okay.
And I told the men the same thing. I said, it's gonna be an all men panel. I'm not gonna be up there.
How you
Hey,
gonna not be in the all men's panel?
hey, I want look. I do want. I do not want to influence them. Just
Okay.
like because if you notice, if you see my videos, I call them right down the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not leaning towards men. I'm not leaning towards the women. I call it right down the middle. Like I said, what you got
Okay.
popcorn? You see this? You see this?
Who got popcorn?
Silverback. What you got popcorn for?
He gonna be there to he gonna on the all women's. He gonna be eating his popcorn, listening.
Boy, I just read the question he gonna put out there. That's gonna be that gonna be a fun panel though. That's gonna be a fun panel.
I hope
But
so.
it is. What you in my early live today?
This today? Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why the one they want to try to mess with good thing today?
I don't know.
Well,
Who put that in the chat?
I don't. By the way, they want me back. Silverback got mad because I got to him first.
Right. He was deleted.
Yeah, but for all of us here over here at Drew, know what time you gonna sleep now, don't you? I don't even know my name. I don't even know my own name. For it's just ETV, D True TV, D True / D Love. We love you, and to all the people in the chat, for all the ones that were watching behind the scene, behind the bushes, and for all those that are gonna watch on replay, we love you. Hey, try to be yourself. That's all you can be. Don't try to be nobody else. And we hold on, what that? And we out of here. Respect to the realest one.